Hello! While you are a student at the Wausau School District, you will be using a lot of different tools to help you learn, such as textbooks, sports equipment, art supplies, and science lab equipment. You will also be using a Chromebook. Before we start using the Chromebook for learning, we are going to go through a few tips, tricks, and guidelines for taking care of these devices. The first thing to remember is just like our textbooks and other equipment, the Chromebook is owned by the Wausau School District and are on loan to you. The device should be used for school-related work only. This also means that your teachers or any other staff member at the school can take the Chromebook to check up on what you are doing. This includes checking your browsing history, Gmail, and Google Drive documents. Unlike your textbooks, you will be using the same Chromebook for at least the next 3 years. Let's go through 4 tips to make sure your Chromebook works just as well during year 3 as it does in year 1. Our first tip is to keep your Chromebook protected. While your Chromebook may seem sturdy and invincible, it is actually pretty susceptible to damage if you aren't paying attention. Here are a few tips for keeping your Chromebook protected. Always keep pressure off the Chromebook, especially the screen. Pressure on the screen can cause it to crack. Carry the Chromebook on top of any other books you may also be carrying. If you are storing it in your locker, lean it sideways against other books so nothing rests on top of it. Also, be careful you don't lean your elbow on it while it is resting on a table or a desk. Extreme temperatures are also bad for the Chromebook. Very cold or very hot environments can drain the battery or overheat the machine. Do not leave it in a car or porch if the air temperature is not controlled. A good way to know if it is too hot is to think about yourself. If it's too hot or cold for you to be in that room or car for long, it is too hot or cold for the computer to be there too. Lastly, to keep the Chromebook protected, always keep it in the case. Never take that case off. The case can help prevent damage if the Chromebook gets bumped or takes a short fall. Second, do your best to keep the Chromebook clean. Remember, this is the Chromebook you will be using for 3 years. If you get the Chromebook full of dirt or sticky fingerprints this year, those sticky fingerprints will still be there in 3 years. Again, keep the case on the Chromebook. Not only does it help keep it protected, it also helps keep dirt out of the Chromebook. Do not eat food while using the Chromebook. Crumbs will drop into the keyboard, making the keys sticky, and then eventually stop working. Eat your snack before or after you use the device. And don't forget to wash your hands after eating the snack. Sticky fingers can gunk up the keys, not to mention bacteria and mold will start to grow on it. Even more important, do not have beverages or other liquids near the Chromebook. This is an electronic device after all. If liquids get into the device, getting sticky keys is the least of your problems. Liquid spilled onto a Chromebook can short out the device. Lastly, if your Chromebook does get dirty, please don't spray any cleaner on it. Certain chemicals can discolor the screen or fry the electronics. If your screen gets smudged, use a very soft, dry cloth to gently wipe the screen until it is clean again. Do not use paper towel or paper napkins. This can scratch the screen. Be careful not to press too hard or you can break the screen. Third, keep the Chromebook private. This device is assigned to you and as a result you are responsible for all the actions on this device. Each Chromebook has an identification tag with the user's name on it. It must stay in the case and visible at all times. Do not place paper or stickers in front of it. You should be the only user on this device. Do not borrow it to a friend or family member. Using different accounts can confuse the Chromebook settings and make you locked out of the device. Definitely do not let other people use your account. Following this idea, the password you create today should stay private. It protects all of your documents and email. Don't even tell your closest friends. They all have their own account in Chromebook they can use. Lastly, keep the device ready to use for each class. The Chromebook is a learning tool, so forgetting to bring it is the same as forgetting any other material in class. This can result in falling behind in your learning. Just because you don't have the device in the classroom does not mean you are excused from the work. You may have to find an alternative way to complete the activity or get caught up outside of school. In addition to bringing the Chromebook to your classes, always make sure the Chromebook is fully charged for each day. This means plugging in the device at the end of the day. Always check to make sure the charging light is illuminated on the side of the Chromebook, as sometimes the plug doesn't get pushed in all the way. There are a couple of tricks you can use to keep the battery from draining too quickly. For example, keep the brightness dimmed a few levels. Keep the Chromebook closed if it is not being used in class. Also, the sound on the Chromebook should always be muted. Not only does this keep the battery from running low, it also helps prevent unwanted noise in the classroom. This way, if a website has background music or video on it, you don't accidentally interrupt the classroom. Your teacher will let you know when it is okay to use headphones in class. When you are not using your Chromebook in class, store it safely in your locker. Remember to keep books and all other items off the Chromebook so you don't crack the screen. Following these tips to keep the Chromebook protected, clean, private, and ready will help keep this device functional for the next 3 years. If you ever run into a problem on the Chromebook, big or small, please take it to the library to get repaired. Do not try to fix it yourself, and do not contact Google or ASUS. They will not be able to help you, and honestly, they're just going to tell you to contact your school to get help. Before you go, remember to use the device with respect. Always ask people before taking photos of them. Photos are never allowed in bathrooms or locker rooms. This is not only a school rule, this is also a state law. Finally, the Chromebook makes communication with your teacher much easier. While email is a great tool to use, please don't forget about formal writing. Your teachers get a lot of emails from students, and taking the extra few seconds to write in complete sentences and type your name at the end makes it much easier for us to provide you with an answer or the help that you need.